Hi everyone, hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is another episode, and in today's episode we're going to talk about different ways to release your childhood trauma. I'm just saying childhood trauma, but definitely there's trauma from your teenagehood, there's trauma from your early adulthood, so I can't really say it's only from your childhood. So this is just a title, and the first actually thing that you need to do is accepting the fact that you actually wounded. That is the first thing you need to acknowledge and accept the fact that you have a wound, and it's not a wound that is physical, it's an emotional wound, it's a psychological wound that you actually have to accept that it actually exists. That's the first step. Like, I'm saying this because even if you're not like accepting the fact that you have emotional wounds or psychological wounds, even if you do 20,000 therapies, it will not help, because you will not be able to open up, you'll not be able to accept the fact that the things you went through in your past actually happened. And actually accepting is the first step to like getting to the inner depth of all that, because usually like for me, in my case, I had suppressed those things inside me. They were not like something that I will actually accept saying it in my mouth. I will feel so ashamed. I will always feel like I'm still existing in the same feeling. Like when you're talking about your past, you find that your heart is very heavy, you're trembling. It's like the same thing that happened to you when you're 9 years old is happening right now. So that's why accepting is actually the first thing, to acknowledge and accept the fact that I am emotionally wounded, I'm psychologically wounded, and that's the first step. So after you're having the first step, definitely we'll go to the second step. So the second step is when now you consider therapy. And therapy, there are so many ways where you can do therapy. Definitely we are in Kenya, and mostly therapy is not a very common thing, and the moment you also find that therapy, it's very expensive. Let me tell you my experience with therapy. I only did like 3 sessions, and those 3 sessions, each session I paid 4,000. So you can imagine I spent like 12,000 Kenyan shillings just to understand and help myself to heal my emotional wounds. So I can actually suggest, if you're watching this video and you're not financially stable like me, the best thing you can do is try different types of therapy. For example, and I'm going to list for you those examples and tell you the ones I'm doing. Okay, so the first thing first is journaling. Journaling is basically writing down your feelings, writing down your past experiences, writing down the things that happened to you that you don't like or do you also like. Just generally opening up yourself to writing those things. That is the best thing you can ever do to yourself. I was so skeptical about this one, but it's the best thing that I've ever decided to do, because generally when I think of the days when I journal in the morning and at night, it feels like my head is more lighter. I have nothing to think about. I am free to create anything I want. I am free to do anything I want, because my mind is very free. And if journaling does not work for you, you can try sharing with friends or family that you trust, because I don't know, me, I've never been that person who opens up the things that I feel, and for the rest of my life I'm a very talkative person. I can literally talk for 10 hours, but saying how I feel in the inside, that will never be something I will do. I generally say that I have learned over time, since 2020, I've learned to accept the fact that this is who I am, and these things happen to me, and they're not who I am right now, and I have to acknowledge those things, and I have to process them, I have to deal with them. I have to decide that these things happen to me, and this is a new version of me. She's different, she's doing things differently, she knows what she wants. Yeah, so those are the things that you need to consider. For me, I wouldn't say that my best thing was talking to people or telling people how I feel. I wouldn't say that I went to a friend and discussed my issues and maybe family. I don't know, I never did that. But what really worked out for me was journaling and therapy. That's what really worked out for me. So if you have people you trust, if you're not like me, you can go and talk to those people. You can tell them how you feel. You can tell them there's something that's happened to you back then, and you feel like, some people are just good at listening, and the thing is, that person doesn't have to give you the way out. You're the one to decide the way out. The point is just opening your heart and releasing those traumatic situations that you have inside you, because trauma usually builds in your body. So generally you find that your brain is very fogged, you can't concentrate, you can't do things properly. Because you remember the last episode we talked about the signs that you're actually experiencing trauma from your childhood or your early experiences of life. Basically, you'll have anger issues, you dream those scary nights, you're very scared all the time, you live in fear, you're scared of success, you're scared of change. Those are basically most of the things that happen. Exercise, this is non-negotiable. Like, you're not supposed to negotiate here. There is no discussion over here, because physical exercise entirely is very important to your general self, your body, your mind, your spirit, everything about you. It's just about physical exercise. I was so skeptical about physical exercise, but the moment I started going to the gym, everything around my life turned around. My emotions, my generally how I felt, the anxiety I used to have all the time, it's like it disappeared in the air. I don't know where it went. So when you do physical exercise, your body releases that tension. You know, physical exercise is hard, but you can like try to do things like walking, you skip a rope, you just move up and down the stairs. There's always a way, as long as you're consistent. For me, I feel like it's about consistency and your mindset. It's not about where exactly do you go to exercise. You can go to the gym, you can run, you can walk, you can check your dieting, you can fast, as long as you're making sure you're taking care of yourself in your physical like well-being. It really helps a lot. It really helps a lot. This one I'm not lying, because I know, and I know so many people who are my friends who tell me the same thing. The moment they started working out, it felt like their anxiety, their depression, it's like it's fading away. So if you're watching this video, definitely it means it's a sign for you to try something new. Try physical exercise, try to take that gym membership. It might not be as easy as that. It's never that easy. No one likes working out, but definitely the results are so nice. The results are so profound. You'll find that it's not about you losing weight, because I shared my story, one of the videos. When I went to the gym, my goal was to lose weight. And the moment I went there, I was always thinking, am I losing weight? Am I losing weight? And definitely it happened that along the way I lost weight. But later on, I came to realize that it's not even about the weight anymore. It's about my mind, how clear it is, how easy it is for me to concentrate, how easy it is for me to plan things and do them, how easy it is for me to like just do so many things. And generally, I'll say that the moment you start to work out, it's like you're building that resilience. In the sense that, you know, working out is so hard. And when you do it consistently, your body naturally, or your mind naturally decides that anything is easy. So definitely, even if you want to create something, you want to start something, you want to start a business, you want anything, it becomes more easy, because now your mind is very free. You just feel like you can do anything, and even the challenges you face become so easy. You just feel like this thing is easy, I'm just sliding through it. And yeah, that's also one thing that I would actually advise somebody to do, physical exercise. That's the best actually. Okay, another one is prayer and meditation. This is very important, especially for me. I would say if it weren't for prayers, I wouldn't even know like what is it I want in my life, because I kept praying like, God, please tell me what can I do with my life. I just feel like my life is not making any sense. My life is not going anywhere. I just feel bored because the work I was doing is boring. I'm just feeling like everything is boring around me. I'm so depressed. I just needed something very different. So I started to pray so much about it, and eventually I started finding answers. And crazy is, the answers don't come directly. They just come bit by bit, bit by bit. You don't get an answer that direct. It's just like you to tap into your intuition. The moment you see an answer, you take it very serious, and you just never look back again. You keep moving forward. That's important. Also, meditation clears the mind. I've tried meditation for like 3 months now. I'm not consistent. I don't know the perfect way to do it, but I can say it's amazing, because when I was a child, I used to meditate. I don't know how. Nobody taught me. I just used to meditate. It just happened. Yeah, so yeah, that is also important, to try meditation. Just to sit, close your eyes, don't think of anything, just relaxing. It's when you come out of that, you feel different. Your mind is very free. You feel like all the problems that you have, you can now solve them at once. So that's how I usually feel the moment I meditate. Like, even if I had something to do, I had some work to type, I will definitely do it immediately. Like now it feels so easy for me. I do it very fast, and because my mind is very clear enough to do anything. So I actually talk about the last part. I just want to say that healing is a process, it's a journey, because mine has been here for 5 years. I've been in this journey for 4 years now, and I feel like it's been a lot and it takes time, and I'm not even where I'm supposed to be thinking to be. And one thing you shall have to take is like, you need to be patient with yourself, you need to be kind to yourself, you need to love yourself. Okay, just make sure you remember that. And then now the last thing is doing the things you love doing. This is very important to me because I've been doing so many things out of necessity, and I feel like this video is more dedicated to myself than even people. And doing the things you love brings the little you. It just brings, you see, that's you that you used to be, the little child, the loud running, screaming. When you do the things you love, for me, I love drawing, and the moment I start drawing, I just feel different. I just feel like that child, that small me is back to life. And doing the things you love doing literally reminds you of who you were as a person, especially the things you used to love doing when you were younger, when you were like 9 years old, 10 years old, and any age that you are younger, and you felt like there are things I used to love doing and I never do them. So the moment you just take back that skill, or maybe that hobby, for example, you like skating. I know a friend of mine who loves skating, and she used to skate so much when she was younger, and then like when she started working out, I told her like what I have learned, because I read a lot. And so I told her, like, I was reading this book, and it says that the more you do the things you love doing, especially the things you used to love when you're younger, it feels like your heart feels less heavy, because she was going through a lot at that time. It feels less heavy, and it feels like even you're clearing the things that stress you out. So I told her, and then she took her skates again. She started skating, and she came and told me, literally, you're a miracle and you're just very powerful. And I was like, what do you mean? And she told me, when you told me that I should do the things I used to love doing, and I considered that idea and I took it. So the moment I started to do it, I just felt very different. It felt like I can actually heal from the things that I was going through at that time, because she was having issues of breakups and stuff like that. So, and then, so I can tell that that's very incredible. So that being said, guys, thank you for watching my short video. And tomorrow as well, you'll wait for another video. I'll be posting every day. I made a commitment to myself that the only way I can make my life different is if I take actions. And the action that I'm supposed to take at this point of my life is to create videos every day. And hopefully you watch my other videos and like them. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.